Hi, I'm Greg Pack, President and General Manager of Mount Hood Meadows. 2.5 years ago, we embarked on replacing Mount Hood Express due to the number of hours off on it, and it's a 30-year-old lift. It's one of our main lifts. It's an artery lift right out of our base area, so we wanted to increase the capacity there so we could reduce the lift lines for all to be able to enjoy. In order to replace a lift, we have to go through an extensive planning process with the Forest Service. We did get approval 2 years ago, so in December of 2021, we had approval to go ahead and replace that lift. It came with a lot of conditions that we had to meet as far as all the environmental efforts we needed to do to protect this place as we built the lift. In order to replace the lift, we really needed to look at the area we had to work with. In an ideal situation, you'd have close to 5 acres at the bottom of the lift and 2 acres at the top. So if you're getting off the top, you could go straight, you could go left, you could go right, you had a lot of options. But in looking at the lift, we had wetlands to deal with at the bottom, and at the top we had a cliff band, along with some white bark pine that surrounded the top of the area. So we had to be very careful with what we were going to put up there and the amount of capacity that we had to deal with. So with these limited constraints at the bottom and the top, we had to work our maze configuration where we could only load from one side and load on the contour with the right hand up, allowing us space to put the lift shack in the proper location. And up top, we moved the terminal slightly downhill and to the left as you're riding up the lift. This will give us room, once we have enough snow, to be able to exit to the right, around towards Elevator, but actually down towards North Canyon, or to the left like you have in the past. To improve our morning access to the lift, we wanted capability to take all the chairs off so we could run the haul rope when we have icing conditions. In order to do this, because of the wetlands and constraints, we put a chair rail where we can hold 36 chairs on the outside, 30 chairs in each terminal, but still allow the haul rope to run at night so it doesn't ice up, so our team can get right after it first thing in the morning. We also did improvements at the top of the area by widening the area by patrol headquarters to make it less congested in that area, since we are unloading more people.
Hi, I'm Missy Young and I'm the Lift Operations Assistant Manager. We've expanded our maze to allow for our larger guest capacity due to the new lift. We have kept our single lanes so that people can still group up and we can fill every chair. Our maze is facing Mount Hood Express from Blue Chair this year. We have 6 access gates as well as 6 load gates. So after you go through the access gates, you'll meet up with your group at the load gates, and those will open up for you at the appropriate time to load. When it's your turn to load the chair, you'll realize that you're not loading on the left side or the right side. You're loading at the contour of the terminal. This is going to be most similar to riding Vista or loading Stadium. Another thing you'll notice is that after you load Mount Hood Express, you'll be traveling up the opposite side that you did from last season. You'll be traveling in a counterclockwise direction this year. This is because we changed our load station to the contour of the terminal. That's because we wanted to expand our maze to more efficiently load more guests. Mount Hood Express will have a heavier chair on it to provide our guests with a smoother ride during windy or inclement weather days. These 6-pack chairs will help us clear out our base area lines a lot quicker too. After you take your run, and if you want to get back to Mount Hood Express, you'll take a run underneath the chair, or you can access it via the stadium side by going around the maze. There are many resorts across the country that have 6-seater lifts. We understand that this may be a new experience for you, and we're happy to help. Look for your lifties in blue jackets and ask us some questions.
This has been an incredible project for our team and Leitner-Poma of America, who is the installer and manufacturer of the lift. The teams worked extremely hard over the summer to deliver this lift on time and on budget for your enjoyment for many years to come.